Good morning standard 5 students. Today in this class we will discuss about the diseases in chapter 3 food and health. So let us start about the diseases. So first of all we should know about what is the disease. A disease is a particular abnormal condition that negatively affects the structure or function of all or part of the organism. That means a disease is not a normal but abnormal condition that can affect your structure or function or a single part or all parts of the body. And it is not due to the external injury, that means any accident, but it is often known to be the medical condition that are associated with specific signs and symptoms. So all the diseases have specific signs and symptoms. According to that you can recognize that which disease you have. Now there are some agents of diseases. Biological agents you can see, parasites are also there, fungus, bacteria, viruses, all these are protozoa, prokaryotes, and some parasites also residing in our body can cause us some diseases. All these are biological agents of diseases, that is infectious diseases. Now listen, types of diseases. Diseases can be classified into two types, communicable disease and non-communicable diseases. Communicable disease, as the name suggests, it can be communicated from one person to the another person. Communicable diseases are also called infectious disease because the infection can go from one person to another. These diseases can spread from one person to another through various agents. Now first of all we should note what are microorganisms. Communicable diseases are those that can spread from one person to another. These diseases are caused by microorganisms called germs. That means the microorganisms that cause diseases, they are known as germs. Some microorganisms are useful also. All the microorganisms are not harmful for us. So only the microorganisms that can cause us diseases, they are called as germs. Infectious diseases are disorders caused by organisms such as bacteria, viruses, fungi or parasites. Many organisms live on our bodies. They live inside our bodies. They are normally harmless or even helpful, some organisms, but under certain conditions some organisms may cause diseases. You can see the types of pathogens, that means germs. Germs causing bacteria, virus, fungi, rickettsia, protozoa, parasites. These all are these germs causing microorganisms. Now next topic is that germs enter the body and increase in number. Whenever the germs go inside our body, they start increasing in their number. As we grow and reproduce, they cause damage to the body cells. As they grow inside our body, they start causing damage to our cells. These germs cannot be seen by naked eyes because they are very small. This can be observed only under a microscope. That means they are microscopic organisms. They cannot be seen with naked eyes. You have to use a microscope to see them. Now, the germs are carried from one sick person to a healthy person either by direct contact or through their food, water or insects. All these are the media through which germs are carried from one person to another person. Some diseases you can see: polio, typhoid, mumps, chickenpox, tuberculosis and AIDS are some communicable diseases. They are highly contagious and they can be spread from one to another. Common disease causing microorganisms. Now we will discuss about some microorganisms like bacteria first. These one cell organisms are responsible for illnesses such as strep throat, urinary tract infections and tuberculosis, cholera, typhoid, tetanus and pneumonia. Various diseases are caused by the bacteria, that is a single cell organism. You can see in this picture various types of bacteria are shown that can cause us various diseases like Staphylococcus causing pneumonia, Clostridium tetani causing tetanus and many other, that is Staphylococcus aureus, Clostridium, Bacillus, many types of there, Salmonella typhi that can cause you typhoid. So many types of bacteria is shown in this picture that can cause you many types of diseases. Now the second microorganism is viruses. Viruses are even smaller than the bacteria. Viruses can cause a multitude of diseases. It can also cause very dangerous diseases. Some diseases caused by virus are measles, AIDS, common cold, viral fever, polio, conjunctivitis, chickenpox and dengue. These are all spread through viruses. You can see the picture of virus also. Now what is HIV? That is a very dangerous disease. That is full form is human immunodeficiency virus. That means it attacks your immune system. It attacks the immune system of the body and it kills the cells that help you to fight body infection. That means if your body will not be able to fight with the germs causing infection, then what will happen? Your body can get easily all the diseases. That means infections. There is no cure, but it is treatable with medicine. Nowadays the medicine has been searched and it can be treated. That is human immunodeficiency virus, HIV in short it is called. The protozoa. Malaria is caused by a protozoa that is transmitted by a mosquito. Female Anopheles bite. Female Anopheles mosquito bites and we get this disease called malaria. Dysentery is also caused by protozoa called amoeba. Amoeba is spreading amoeboid dysentery. You can see malaria causing protozoa is named Plasmodium vivax, that is the transmitted to other person. To the bite of the Anopheles mosquito, only the female. Protozoa causing dysentery, you can see the structure of amoeba. This amoeba can cause you dysentery. Now another type of microorganism is fungi. Many skin diseases such as ringworm and athlete's foot are caused by fungi. Other types of fungi can infect your lungs or nervous system also. Food poisoning can also be caused by fungi sometimes. Food poisoning also can be caused by fungi. You can see skin fungus. In this you can see how the skin is itching. Now here ringworm you can see. It is so much itching and ring like forms in the. Now mode of transmission of these diseases. Communicable diseases pass from one person to another through different modes of transmission. Direct contact with an infected person or animal transmit the disease. If any person, a sick person has the disease, they have the germs in their body. It will come in contact with the person directly or the animal also. If any animal have any disease, they can also transmit you. So that type direct contact can cause you disease. Diseases like ringworm, chickenpox, measles and common cold is spread by touching the infected person, and or items like a towel, handkerchief or a toy touched by the infected person also can cause you this type of disease. These are highly infectious and that person should be separated. They should not be kept with the other healthy person, and their used things also should not be used by the any other healthy person, like towel. We should not use the towel of any sick person, handkerchief also and toy also, so that it cannot be touched by ourselves, otherwise we will get the infection from that person. Germs pass from one person to another in this way. This is why patients with infectious diseases should keep away from others until they are cured. Until they are not cured, they should be kept separated, otherwise the other healthy person also can get the infection. You can see the ways through which direct contact, you can see how the person is shaking hand, meeting with each other, not maintaining the distance. Here healthy person, you can see from the dog, through indirect contact like the clothes of the sick person, you can see soap of the sick person, the utensils used by the sick person, towel used by the sick person. By unhygienic food also you can get. Infected person you can get by insect also. Insects are sitting in their stools and spits and they are sitting in your food. Anopheles mosquito female, they can bite a sick person and can bite you also, then you will also get the disease. So like this they are spreading from one person to another person. So thank you student. In this chapter class we will read this much, and now we will meet